So, as someone who suffered from mental health conditions, borderline personality, they thought it was bipolar, ADHD, which is not a mental health condition, but it's um, definitely a disorder of thought and perception and delaying gratification issues and stuff like that, and seeking autism assessment. Um, I had a lot of issues in my 20s, and some of the issues were gravely affecting mine and other people's lives. Addiction, addiction got caught up with it, and there was a self harm, and there was a lot of crazy times, a lot of hospital visits, a lot of self harm, as I said, and so I sought relief through Buddhism and also through addiction to try and quench this real dissatisfaction with life and myself and how I thought people perceived me. And I had a lot of issues in work because of my um, neurological differences. My working memory was shot. It's actually was measured in the bottom 3 percentile of the public, which is really poor. So I can't drive. There's a lot. There's been it was my short-term memory has gravely affected my life. However, I sought relief through spirituality, and it really put brakes on the suffering for a while. Meditation and going to the Buddhist center and retreats. So a retreat I went to, and so I followed this path of self-development and spirituality for a while, and it really did help for a time. But because the conditions for dissatisfaction were too overwhelming, as soon as I got some, quote unquote, spiritual insights and psychological insights, my old nature or my old ego or my old wherever would come back with vengeance, and it would start the whole system again. It would end up, drinking or causing chaos. It wasn't until I got into non duality that I recognized that the thing I was searching for was me all along, or the consciousness that resides in me, was the fact that it was enough to recognize it, that everything else comes from consciousness. So, all my practicing and self reflection and all the journey to get to somewhere was negated by the fact that what I already am, or what's perceiving, is the true one connectedness with all things. That my ignorance of searching or trying to be happy or trying to, attain something was predicated on the fact that I wasn't enough. When in reality, like everyone else, we are enough. It's just there's a seeming ignorance that because of conditioning and because of whether it's genetics or wherever, and environmental factors, we become asleep to our culture, to our beliefs, to the friends we have, to our perceptions of ourselves. And this creates a discomfort, and we want to get relief for it. So we go through, hobbies and activities and addictions and stuff like that, all the while missing the point that we are enough. And you can't arrive there through a journey, really, because when you arrive there, it tells you that you didn't need a journey. But at the same time, paradoxically, we need to start somewhere. So hopefully, if you hear this, I'm trying to save you time. Look into non-duality and understand that what's making you feel terrible or what's causing all these issues. And if you got mental health, see a doctor. But if you are feeling dissatisfaction in life, then maybe your perception of yourself and the world around you might be illusory. And that's hard to hear. And you're thinking, how am I creating this illusion? It's not you doing it, it's conditioning doing it. And as long as we are caught up in that conditioning mindset, we'll be blind to the fact of being awake. And when you're awake, you see what was blinding you to the fact of not being awake, which is a seeming illusion. So you are awake, you are good as you are happy. It's just that sunshine or that well being seems to be blocked. And it's only blocked because the past and future become constrained into the now, seemingly, and then the illusion of time stretches us out. So we have a history and we have a future and everything, all the while negating the present, which is where you want to be. So be happy, be here, be now, because that's where the party in life is.